Everyone wants to know, when is the next major move and breakout going to happen in the crypto market, not only for Bitcoin, but for every single altcoin? Because with Trump in office claiming to make America the crypto capital of the world, there's some major cleanup that needs to be done before this can happen. So when I dive into the charts by the end of this video, you're going to get a crystal clear understanding of what's coming next in the markets. Now, obviously, we can't know with 100% certainty, but we can use data to give us the best idea on how to properly prepare ourselves, because billions of dollars of fraud, waste, and abuse has already been found in the investigation of our incompetently run government. Now, certain activists and highly political judges want us to slow down or stop. Losing this momentum will be very detrimental to finding the truth, which is turning out to be a disaster for those involved in running our government. Much left to find, no excuses. So this is what Donald Trump just posted. And speaking of corruption, FTX, one of the biggest exchanges last bull run that shut down, that caused investors to lose millions and even billions of dollars in November of 2022, pretty much at the final capitulation in the altcoin market to drop from 600 billion all the way down to about $400 billion, virtually at the bottom. The worst news was hitting the market. Well, this just in, FTX is going to start their $16 billion creditor repayments on February 18th, 2025. So just 1 week from right now, with 6.5 to 7 billion in the first phase. And payouts are based on November 2022 prices. And this money isn't just going back to anyone. This is going back to people that were bullish on crypto. And so there's lots of comments on this post right here. For example, FTX victims getting fiat crumbs while Bitcoin soared past their exit price. Another lesson: trust Bitcoin, not exchanges. Hold your own keys. So the good news here for FTX creditors is that a specific date has emerged for the start of repayments. The bad news is that the payments will be at the November 2022 prices. And since then, the entire market has increased massively in value. So that means the lenders have missed out on the potential profits where they could have put that money into the markets, but it's still better than nothing. And plus, with what I'm going to share with you in a little bit on the charts, that could be one of the major catalysts in the dominoes that sends the altcoin market to the upside for the next major breakout. And also, major crypto leaders, CEOs, have been calling on Congress to enact clear regulations, warning the US that they will fall behind as global rivals push crypto-friendly policies in other countries. So the hearing that's happening right now, we've seen Senator Loomis tell Fed Chair Jerome Powell that he made a mess of Silicon Valley Bank and there's a deliberate lack of understanding of digital asset policy by the Fed. And Jerome Powell also said he is struck by the growing number of cases of debanked Bitcoin and crypto firms, and he is determined to take a fresh look at that.
Just look at the mess the Fed made of Silicon Valley Bank. And I contend that there is a lack of understanding that is deliberate on the part of the Fed with respect to digital asset policy. So the Constitution says Congress is your boss, but somehow your staff have not gotten that message. So, Chairman Powell, do you commit on behalf of yourself and the Federal Reserve staff to comply fully with all document demands issued by this committee in a timely manner?
Sure.
Will you instruct your staff to be complete in their responses and not to obstruct the oversight functions of this committee?
We always work with the committee to be responsive to your requests. Sometimes they're beyond our capacity to respond to, and we work with committee and with committee staff to do that, but we're always responsive to committee requests.
Do you commit to disciplining or removing any staff that are found to have engaged in debanking activity, furthering Operation Choke Point 2.0, or other misconduct?
I can't make an open-ended commitment to remove anybody, but I will tell you that I am struck, and my colleagues and I are struck by the growing number of cases of what appears to be debanking, and we're determined to take a fresh look at that.
Also, there's so many more things that were covered in this live hearing, from Jerome Powell testifying before the Senate committee on monetary policy. And if you guys want to see the most important parts of that, then make sure you follow us on Twitter at Bullrunners HQ. We have about 9,500 followers, and we provide additional news, information on the crypto market, what's happening each and every single day, multiple posts per day. So make sure you give us a follow. I'll leave a link in the description of this video to our Twitter account. And also, if XRP hits $5 before March 1st, we're going to give away 100 XRP, so that's about $500 to one person who likes this post and is following us. So make sure you check that out. Only 151 people have liked this post, so you actually have a pretty good chance of winning if XRP hits $5. But look at what this hearing is titled. It says a golden age of digital assets, charting a path forward. We keep seeing that term, golden age. And the reason why is this right here. Legislation is coming, guys. Look at all of these things that are being covered. Expressing support for blockchain technology, digital assets, Financial Regulation Act, New Frontiers and Technology Act, Digital Global and Electronic Bridge, Digital Assets Act, and also to require the SEC, CFTC, and the Secretary of the Treasury to jointly carry out a study on decentralized finance, along with the Stablecoin Transparency and Accountability for a Better Ledger Economy Act of 2025. So the path forward is clear. This year is going to be absolutely massive for the crypto market.
IBIT was a game changer. It made crypto available to everybody. And now we're entering what I think is a golden age of crypto. You've got a president who's pro-crypto. You've got a crypto czar. I don't know what that is, but if I'm a crypto bull, that's got to be good.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you've got an SEC that's pro-crypto. I mean, the Eric Balchunas meme coin has got to be out like any day now, I would assume. So, I think that crypto is something you want to have in your portfolio.
And I covered this in my video yesterday, and I also shared this inside of Altcoin Pro with a post that we made on Twitter back in September of 2024, talking about the breakout down here and backtest of the previous range. And look at what happened right here for total 3. That's exactly what we saw. So it would be quite coincidental if we see the altcoin market start to blast off over the next several months because of how these market cycles play out and how these breakouts and backtests happen during an entire bull market that catches all new investors off guard, because these shake out a lot of people. And when the breakouts happen, they happen very, very fast. And the best way to prepare for them is just to be in the markets and hold a lot of crypto before they happen. Because when virtually everyone out there is screaming that we're at the end of the bull run and that the market is going to crash, well, what if instead of the end, it was the beginning for altcoins? Because when we look at this chart that he posted right here, well, this is comparable back to what happened before the massive breakout on the Bitcoin price chart. Now, he didn't post what indicator this is, but as you can see, very similarly to where we were in the past, this was right before Bitcoin drastically passed the all-time high. And sure, we are above the all-time high, or the previous all-time high of like $60,000, because we're at 100K now. But this indicator is showing that we are just starting the breakout for Bitcoin. And towards the end of this video, I'm going to talk about Bitcoin's dominance and show you guys why we haven't even seen a real altcoin blast off or breakout yet in bull run for the favorite projects that you hold. Because last bull run, when we saw this back test take place in December of 2020, well, then the market broke out to the high. And in February, you can see this choppiness right here on the left-hand side of the screen before continuing the uptrend to inevitably top out at roughly $980 billion before the next major correction. So very similar to last bull run during that phase when total 3 was consolidating below the all-time high. Look on the right-hand side of the screen at where total 3 is at, consolidating below the all-time high. So